Have you ever done anything that caused others to question your moral character? Or maybe you've had to question someone else's moral character before. The truth is we all struggle at times between true and false and right and wrong, but it's a choice that we have to make every day of our lives. Join me today as we take a quick look at the Proverbs and examine the differences and the consequences between being godly people and worldly people. Read with me Proverbs chapter 3, verse 32 through 35. For the Lord detests the perverse, but takes the upright into His confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but He blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but shows favor to the humble and oppressed. The wise inherit honor, but fools get only shame. The first thing that we see from these verses is that there are two kinds of people with different moral characters. We see two kinds of people contrasted: the perverse and the upright, the wicked and the righteous, the mockers and the humble and oppressed, the wise and the fools. Let's look at the bad people first. Perverse people show a deliberate and stubborn desire to act in an unreasonable way, no matter what the consequences are to them or to others. Wicked people are like a stubborn donkey that is self-willed and unyielding. Mockers are people who resist authority and control to the point of defiant disobedience. Do you know anybody like that? The righteous, on the other hand, are upright and honorable and honest in their dealings with others. They are right-minded, upstanding and respectable. People who live righteously are virtuous and decent people. They are noble-minded, God-fearing, and stand with an ethical backbone in any situation. Obedient and righteous people are often misunderstood. Sometimes they are assumed to be helpless and oppressed. But in their hearts, they stand with a firm and constant allegiance to live in godly ways. The Scriptures have a lot to say about those who live righteously. Jeremiah 17:8 says, "They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit." Jesus spoke about the righteous in Matthew 13:43. "Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father." And Psalm 5:12, "Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield." These two types of people also have two other differences. The righteous have a bigger purpose and meaning to their lives. They see themselves as useful to God's work, and they seek to please their Creator. The wicked and perverse, however, are only out to gain their own personal pleasure and seek only worldly gain for themselves. The righteous are driven by love and selflessness. They are compelled to love because of what Christ has done for them. 2 Corinthians 5:14 says, "For Christ's love compels us, because we are convinced that one died for all, and therefore all died. And He died for all, that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for Him who died for them and was raised again." We can also see in these verses that these two kinds of people have big differences in relationship to God. Proud mockers are disgusting and repulsive to God. James and Peter, they quote verse 34, but they rephrase it like this: "God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble." The upright and the humble are kept in God's confidence. They experience knowledge and understanding given to them by God in His Word and through His Spirit. The wicked, on the other hand, they experience God's curse, while the righteous receive His blessings. The wise are exalted with honor, but a fool gets nothing but shame. So the big question for us is, what is our moral character like? The difference between right and wrong, true and false, is so striking that we should have no difficulty figuring out where we belong. Remember that whatever you do in this life follows you into the next. Placing faith in Jesus and living righteously leads to paradise, but rejecting Jesus and living wickedly leads to the flames of hell. It's your choice. Choose wisely.